So recently in K-pop spaces, actually not even recently, there's been a very large discussion about the group All Day Project, which is a group under the Black label produced by Teddy, the same person who produced for Blackpink and Meow. So majority of the discussion surrounds the members of All Day Project, Tarzan and Annie, but I will not be focusing on Tarzan because I genuinely do not care for him. Today I'll be focusing on all the controversies surrounding Annie, and I'm not justifying any hate against her in this video. I'm simply providing reasons on why people would dislike Annie or not see her as worthy of being an idol. Disclaimer: this video is not to be used as a platform to spread hate, unfair, or biased opinions because this video will be coming from an unbiased standpoint, and anything and everything said in this video is backed by facts and opinions of other people commenting on the situation. And there will be segments where I will be giving my own personal opinion in this video, so please do not give me nonsense in the video, in the comment section. Sorry. So without further ado, let's get on with the video. So before I get into the reasons why everybody is mad at Annie, I just wanted to clarify a few things about her background. Because I've seen a lot of people discussing this, and I've seen a lot of misinformation being spread about her familial background, about who she's related to and who she's not. So I just wanted to clarify that before we move on to the actual point of this video. Annie is not just the granddaughter of the chairman of Shinsegae, nor is she just the great-granddaughter of the founder of Samsung. She is directly related to these people, like blood related. She's blood related to the chairman of Hansol, CJ, Samsung, and Shinsegae. She is not related to one or the other. She's related to all of these. So it's kind of stupid to see people arguing about which one she's related to when it actually quite literally takes a quick Google search. You quite literally just need to say Samsung family tree, and then you'll see that Annie is related to all of these major companies and brands and conglomerates. But I'm not going to call people stupid for not realizing that she was related to all of them, because I also didn't realize at first that she was related to Samsung, CJ, and Hansol and Shinsegae all at the same time. I did not realize anybody could be that rich. So recently, All Day Project has gotten into a scandal where people across the K-pop community have been accusing All Day Project of using Annie's power and connections to win a Daesang Award. If you don't know what a Daesang Award is, it is basically a pretty prestigious award in the K-pop community and in the K-pop industry as a whole. It's an award that not just any group can get, or at least not just any group is supposed to get. For example, the categories in this type of award would be Song of the Year, Record of the Year, Songwriter of the Year, and the Daesang Award can also be found in the K-drama scene for Actor of the Year or Couple of the Year. You might be wondering, why is it a problem if All Day Project wins this award? The problem is that All Day Project does not even have 5 songs, nor do they have any songs that are Daesang worthy, at least in my personal opinion, and the opinion of a very huge chunk of the K-pop community. This has led people to believe that Annie used her power and connections to get the award, which was also the birth of the name All Paid Project, or ADP means Annie's dad paid, because of the fact that once it had been announced that the All Day Project members won the design, all of the members faced Annie in shock, and I think you can guess why the All Pay Project rumor started spreading. Now, a common argument that you will see throughout social media is that nobody can actually prove that Annie bought the award. And to that I say, yes, it's true that we cannot prove that she bought the award. But the thing is, we also can't prove that she didn't buy the award, or at least we can't prove that her connections didn't assist in receiving this award. Nobody is ever going to believe that somebody with that level of social and political power attached to their name got this award through a legitimate manner, through hard work. In fact, Annie has a level of social and political power attached to her name that she doesn't even need to buy the award, because people in the industry are going to constantly bend to somebody like Annie because of who she's related to. Nobody would want to get on the bad side of a family like that, because one word and your family is in debt for the next 5 generations. Nobody is going to believe that somebody whose family is responsible for a lot of what happens in South Korea's economy actually earned their place in an industry like the K-pop industry in a legitimate manner. Am I saying she bought the award? No. But am I standing on business of the fact that she could have been given the award because of who she's related to? Yes. The reality is, Any and All Day Project as a whole probably got the award because of Annie's family connections, and that is a fact we cannot ignore. And it is going to sadly be hard for Annie to ever prove the legitimacy of any achievements because of her family name in future. Another reason I feel like people don't really believe that Annie legitimately earned her place here is because of her lack of talent, if I can say. Because she seems to be lacking in every department, honestly. And I know people might just want to come into my comments saying, oh, but other K-pop idols can get away with being untalented or being doesn't. And by the way, before I continue, I do not support doesn't ideology. I think it's really dumb and a waste of everybody's time. But anyways, to that I say the circumstances are simply not the same. Usually when a K-pop idol is labeled as a dozen, they are at least skilled in 2 or more departments, which automatically means they're not a dozen. But whatever. Take someone like Momo from Twice as an example. It's often believed that she's a dozen because she's kind of lacking behind her members in terms of vocal ability. She's not bad, but she's just not extraordinary. But as a trade-off, she's extremely skilled in dance and stage presence. But the same cannot be said for somebody like Annie, because she's kind of lacking in vocal, dance, and stage presence, which is a huge problem. And what does not make it better is that it was revealed that Annie had trained for 7 years. And I can understand that the intent was probably to make her seem more hardworking and dedicated, but that miserably failed and only made her seem more incompetent and talentless. As when you have that kind of money, you should have access to the best coaches and professionals in the industry, which makes her her lack of talent much more laughable, because I don't have enough fingers and toes to count the amount of idols who have trained for far less time yet are still objectively much more talented than her. I'm not saying she's completely talentless, but objectively unqualified. Before I I've seen a lot of people come to Annie's defense by saying that there are other extremely rich K-pop idols in the industry, but never get the same hate as Annie. And to that I say again, the circumstances are simply not the same. Other K-pop idols simply do not have the same type of wealth, nor the same type of political or social connections as Annie. Take somebody like Minnie of Idol for an example. Minnie is extremely wealthy. That is a fact. Anyone among the K-pop community or anyone who's a Neverland or older K-pop fan knows that Annie's family is extremely wealthy, with social and political ties in Thailand and direct links to the royal family of Lana, which is a kingdom in northern Thailand. I hope I'm saying that right. And I think you get the gist of what kind of wealth Minnie is. And you might be asking, why are Annie and Minnie treated so differently when they are both extremely wealthy? And to that I say, it's because of talent, narrative, and circumstances. Minnie debuted in Idol, a group that is known to have built themselves from the ground up and from a slightly smaller company. On top of that, she's extremely involved in her work for herself and Idol. And lastly, she has undeniable talent. All things that Annie simply does not have or simply cannot relate to. And lastly, even though Minnie may have power in Thailand, she would not have power in Korea, especially as a foreigner, which is not the case for Annie, because when her family takes the shit, South Korea is stinky for the next 5 years, and that is something that no amount of arguing will ever change. And that is it for today's video. I really hope you enjoy this, because I struggled to finish this actually. If you want to see more content like this, please like and subscribe, and that is where I end the intro, because I'm kind of making this up on the spot. Bye.